Good morning, everyone. We are now going to fix chicken and dumplings, my favorite meal for all of my grandchildren. I am Carolyn Moon. My grandchild is Brittany Nelson, and she is filming me. First of all, we start with a chicken. I think a six and a half pound chicken. You get it at H-E-B, defrost it. Put it in a large pot like this. You want to add 3 cans of chicken broth to this. You dip your chicken in there. You boil it for 3 hours until the stuff just falls off the bones. The most important thing though is after it's cooked, be sure to get all the bones out of the chicken. Then you take the chicken out and you debone it. And it comes out like this. When you go to H-E-B, you're going to get 2 of these, and they're celery and white onions. You take those, you dip them in your juice, your chicken juice. You let that cook before you put the chicken in. Let it cook, let it cook, let it cook until it's very, very tender. Then you take some very cheap biscuits. And what we want to do now is we want to turn this up on high. We're going to wait till this stuff boils and we're going to put in the dumplings. Now you can buy these Texas style buttermilk biscuits, and what you want to do is make small dumplings. And so while you have this pot going, you want to take the dumpling, you want to tear it apart and make very small dumplings. And so when they rise, they won't be too big for your chicken and dumplings. And I'm going to do 30 of them. This gets hotter and you want to add more dumplings. You have to add probably a little more of the chicken broth because you don't want the dumplings to all clump together. They have to be separate so that when you put them in your bowl, you actually have like dumplings and not one big fat pie. There you go. Okay. And this is fun because it really doesn't matter how you do it. Because it's all going to go in there and it's all going to taste the same. You know, we got to let this cook until it boils. And then we have to put it on like very, very, very low heat until they can get really done. And we might have to add some more broth because these are a lot of dumplings. And let me turn it down a little bit. You don't want to burn anything because when you burn something, it smells terrible. You have to throw the whole thing away. So we're just going to cook them on medium and keep stirring so they don't stick. In with the chicken in the other pot. Let this go for about a half an hour to an hour. Taste your dumplings and make sure they're not chewy. Make sure they taste like dumplings. After we warm this up, this is the chicken broth and all of the chicken. We find a big pot and we combine the chicken, the dumplings, the broth, the onions, the celery. And you combine it in a big pot. You cook it for about another hour and it's ready to serve. And you know what? Everybody will love it. You can call me if you want the recipe. Thank you.